Usually don't start with a title. I'm going to start with a title. Apathy is contagious. Apathy is contagious. Meaning, if you don't give a fuck about me, I don't have to give a fuck about you. That's also politics, by the way. Good politics is you do something for somebody, and then down the line you need a favor, and they help you. You help somebody get elected, then down the line they give you a job. That's good politics. That's the way it's supposed to work. And actually, common sense is part of that too. Like you do something for somebody, and then later on, hey, I got this little product. Oh no, I can't buy that. It's like I helped you, with your problem, and you didn't. But that wasn't me. That was somebody else that happened to. I'm gonna put it like this: my friends who I used to go to art jam with once a month, we get together on a Saturday, and we spend the whole day together in some facility, and we do our different artworks, and we work on our different books and things. Um, okay, 4 studios. I can't say people. It's more than 4 people. 4 studios of these friends of mine. They used to get tables at Anime Central, and I remember my friends at Kumate Works. They got a table at Comic Con once. You shouldn't hang me on a hook, Johnny. My father hung me on a hook once. Once. that's old school Michael Keaton and Joe Piscopo. No, my friends, I didn't do that shit. I used to like trade my comic book with people in Artist Alley at Comic Con. I did trade my comic book and they would trade with me. Oh, and then I had like when I started doing animation, I make a tape. Remember tapes? Used to make it. That's what you used to do. You animate and you put it on a tape. So I give people fucking tapes in Artist Alley. Well, the one year that my friends, these 2 girls, the women, they got a table at Comic Con, and they only got that table that one time because Chicky Babe, as my friend Ishii called her, Chicky Babe was next to them selling naked pictures of herself. They don't give a fuck about you at Comic Con. Look, you selling a book that has a cover that you painted. You painted your cover, okay? This girl is selling naked pictures of herself. They don't give a fuck. They put that person right next to you. Now all these, the fanboys and guys who want to buy porn at the Comic-Con, whatever, like you have to do that anymore. They're over at this chick's tape part of the table, and then that's they're not gonna buy your shit after they buy hers. That's my point. But I look at it like this, and let's see, my other friends, 2 of my other friends, they used to get well, actually these 4 studios, they all used to get tables at Anime Central. I never got a table, and one of my friends made the comment, "Oh yeah, your stuff wouldn't work at Anime Central." It's like, my stuff is mainstream, honey. I'm doing straight up superheroes, traditional superheroes. Y'all are doing whatever. And no offense to the people that do whatever. I used to read Danger Girl, Battle Chasers, and Crimson, and B C B C D. Battle Chasers, Crimson, Danger Girl, and Steampunk. I used to read those. Those are not superhero comic books. So I'm not shitting on people that don't do superheroes, but you're gonna tell me that my stuff isn't right for Anime Central. There's anime parody in Duck Girl, but whatever. What you really trying to say is my stuff's too mainstream for Anime Central. That's what you're saying. It's almost. I'm not gonna say anything else. What I will say is this: a few of these people, literally a few of these studios, they don't go to Anime Central anymore because they got pissed off that the cosplayers weren't buying their comics. It's like, look, dude, this is why I don't get a table. Not because my friend said I can't. I don't get a table at Anime Central because they not coming in to buy my shit. I got a super mainstream superhero title, and then I got a alternative superhero title that's more like a 90s, you know, when shit got crazy in the 90s that the Image came out and Marvel started copying the Image. I got a 90s type superhero comic that's more anime leaning. Okay. Basically, it's like I got a sci-fi book and a fantasy book, and the fantasy, I got a sci-fi super and a fantasy super. Okay. So the thing about it is, these two people that stopped going, their artwork wasn't very good. And their subject matter was not really anime. It didn't really fall into like something that would be anime anyway. You're doing slice of life comedy like Napoleon Dynamite. Imagine somebody doing Napoleon Dynamite Scott Pilgrim style. You doing Napoleon Dynamite Scott Pilgrim style, and you get a table at Anime Central and people don't buy your book. Is that their fault? Or you're doing steampunk, but the artwork. See, if you're doing steampunk, then you got to kind of draw more like mechanical drawing, like Raujin Z, or like Evangelion, or something with mechanical. The way the amazing Japanese animators do mechanical parts, like Robot Carnival or something. If you say steampunk, then I'm thinking Robot Carnival. And then you do this, your artwork is not matching what you're trying to sell. That's why they didn't buy your book. Okay. The other thing is, you go to Comic-Con, they don't give a fuck if your book sells. They don't give a shit. They're just going to sell you a table. This is the thing. Famous people are going to be there selling their autograph for $200. Your book might be $3. But this girl is looking online and she's like, oh my God, so-and-so from such and such show is going to be there. Supernatural or Arrow or hell, any live action popular show. Okay, so this young woman, she already has it in her mind that she gonna go pay $200 for an autograph. In fact, they started selling, Wizard World used to start selling the fucking autographs, receipts or tickets or whatever. Like, you buy your ticket to get in, and then now you buying the ticket for the autograph or the experience or whatever the fuck they wanted to call it. So a lot of these people, they already spent their money before they got to the con. And then when they get to the con, you know, they're going to buy like, I'm not talking about anime con, I'm talking about regular con. When they get to like Comic-Con, they're buying Marvel, DC, Image, Dark Horse. Maybe they'll go through Artist Alley, but nobody's like, I'm going to go to Artist Alley and buy this comic book from this person I've never heard of before. No, a lot of these people, they already have their agenda. And then they got to eat. They got the budget for travel, unless they're a rich kid. Maybe they don't give a fuck. But normal people, they got a hotel. They got budget for the food. They got their gas. And then they got the stuff that they're going to buy. So after they do all the shit that they wanted to do, and then if you're talking about the female Comic-Con goers, they might buy some damn jewelry or the cat ears or whatever. They're buying accessories, which is fine. Because some people in Artist Alley actually make their own crafts. Because I had a friend who used to make dolls, and she sold dolls. So the thing about it is, after they go through DC, Marvel, Image, Dark Horse, and then these famous people that they wanted to see, they don't have any more money to buy your book in Artist Alley. So how you going to cover your table for those 3 days? You're not going to cover your table for those 3 days. So it's kind of sad to me for somebody to pay for their table and then get angry at the con goers for not buying their book when you didn't make a book that they wanted in the first place. Or maybe you're ahead of your time, like when No Doubt came out. No Doubt came out when grunge was popular, and they did a tour of America, and people would ask for the CD, and they'd be like, well, we don't have a CD yet. And then they went back to Anaheim, and then they got picked up by the one label, then they got picked up by another label. Maybe you're ahead of your time, and that's why they're not buying your book. Oh, you know. But it's just like I'm not into like spending my money on advertising or getting a table so some motherfuckers can just get paid off of me and laugh behind my back because there's no progress being made. You know, you know what I do? I don't get tables at Comic-Con. I don't advertise online anymore. You know what I do? I produce motherfuckers movies. I produce movies. I produce video games. I produce anime. Well, okay, with the anime and the video games, I don't produce them. I just fund them. Because producing would cost way, way too much. The money that you spend producing something, well, let's put it like this. Let's say your budget for the quarter, let's say your budget for the next 3 months is $1,000. You got $1,000 marketing budget. You going to get a table at Comic-Con? No. You go to Kickstarter, Indiegogo, or Seed and Spark, and you just find somebody that's doing a movie, and you say, okay, how much is it to be associate producer? Then you become associate producer on the movie, and if you want to, you can put Bond Comics. This movie is produced by Bond Comics. Nobody's gonna remember your ass when you get that table at Comic-Con and nobody bought your book. It's a billion motherfuckers in Artist Alley. How the fuck they gonna remember you? They'll remember your ass if you produce somebody's movie. That's how you do. You gotta think outside the box. You see somebody making a video game. Oh, you guys need help? Here's $10. Make sure you put Bond Comics in the credits of your video game. They don't give a fuck. Thanks, $10. We'll use that. $20. Oh, thanks. We'll use that. Yeah, we'll put your name in the credits, and we'll put your name on a video game. And we'll put your name on the website. I'm not bitter because I didn't get played. I didn't pay for no damn table and have some, oh my God, the one time I babysat the table for my friends and these motherfuckers sat there and did a damn photo shoot in front of the fucking table. I was so pissed off. I'm babysitting the table for my two white friends, and this motherfucker, this fat white dude, and this Asian girl stood in front of the goddamn table, in front of the banner, and had a goddamn photo shoot. I have to keep yelling at them to fucking move because they were blocking the comics because they had a rack, and then, you know, they got a rack with the books on it, and then they got the banners and shit. They blocking the view of the books. They're in the way of the people, you know, who could come and buy something. I texted them. I told them about that shit. That shit offended the fuck out of me because you think because you're a fat white man and you're an Asian girl, you can just do a photo shoot in front of my friend's table? Because they didn't know it was my friend's table. They thought it was my table. Oh, he's a black guy. We can interrupt his business, and that's why I don't fucking get tables at Comic-Con. Ain't nobody gonna block me from producing a fucking movie. I have 7 movies coming out where I'm associate producer on them. Associate producer, co-producer, producer. Video games. It says Bond Comics in the credits. Hell, I produced a fucking play in Edinburgh, England. I produced a play in England, and it says Bond Comics in the playbook. It says Bond Comics in the playbook. I produced a movie in Scotland. So, hey, that's how I do. I say, you know, if you don't give a fuck about me in the comic book industry, then I'll just take my name somewhere else. Because the bottom line is you don't get rich off the comic books anyway. You get rich off the damn it. The way George Lucas got rich, he didn't get rich off the licensing. He got rich off the licensing, not the movie. He got rich off the licensing. But yeah, I mean, that's what I do. I don't get tables. The fuck I need a table for? I'm a movie producer. You motherfuckers act like you. Okay, keep not caring. Keep not caring. I got two anime move overs coming out that I'm producing. So comic book industry, you motherfuckers keep not caring. And you the otaku, be elitist. It's not going to affect my business that you're elitist. I don't need you to buy my book. I have the rights to all my characters, and I have the rights to publish my books. And if I want to produce somebody's movie, instead of going to your convention, I mean, I'll go to your convention, but don't expect me to get a table because that's just bullshit. That's just throwing, you pissing in the wind. You're just throwing your money away. Plus, you got to think about opportunity cost. You say, oh, wow, it's going to cost me $300 to get this booth or whatever. I'm like, that's computer software. I ain't doing all that. Fuck that shit. But yeah, that's why I don't get tables. I'm not doing it. If I get a table, it's going to say movie producer. Oh, no, I'm sorry. It's going to say executive producer of Duck Girl or Sound Man or both, whatever. Like Rob Liefeld. Rob Liefeld goes to the convention. He got Deadpool. It's a banner with Deadpool. Banner with Deadpool. Fuck everything else he's ever done. He's just got Deadpool.